Okay, let's see if we're actually streaming here. I believe we are, but let's check this out real fast.
Are you streaming yet?
Should be.
I haven't gotten a notification.
Yep, I'm streaming. Cool deal.
Okay, what's that? Why the fuck are you asking me for that?
Hmm?
Emmanuel.
Manual?
He's asking me for $5 or $2 on Cash App.
It's weird. Can you actually hear me?
Yes, I'm trying to load on to that.
It's kind of a test stream, so if you guys can't hear me, bear with me. Testing, testing. It's kind of a test stream, so there we go. Sweet. So there's two people in the stream. How we doing, guys? Doing good, I hope. I know you guys are seeing me in 4K. Not used to this, are you? Only in real life. All right. All right, fantastic. So today, I'm here to talk to you guys about barbering. Barbering is a little bit of a art form, as you guys may know. You don't really need to do too much for barbering, but I figured I would kind of get into the nitty gritty. You guys been in my barbershop before, plenty of times. And today, I'm going to do a little, I guess, TED Talk, something like that. It's going to be a mixture of barber knowledge and a little bit of, learning about other stuff while kind of simulating what it's like in a barbershop. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. Hopefully, it'll be a good stream. Pretty awkward on stream, not going to lie. But we'll see how it goes. How's it looking? Good? Cool. So that means that everything is on track, ready to rock and roll. Okay. So, as of not too long ago, and I know I just opened up the sun, so I'm using a huge monitor. Jeez, I'm using a huge monitor right now, and it's bright as all get out. So, as many of you know, that I have talked about in the shop before, that barbering is actually facing a shortage, believe it or not. Sorry, I know you guys are going to see my technical side for a second. But yeah, currently the industry for barbering is facing a huge shortage. Skilled professionals, which have been exhibiting by factors such as the gig economy, the retirement of experienced barbers, and the challenges of barber schools attracting and retaining students. So, what does this mean for our industry and specifically for Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina? I will tell you what. I apologize about my shoddy edits. What that means for us is that as much as we don't like it, we're probably going to see more of an inflow of barbers and more of an inflow of barber shops. Um, This has been actually a kind of ongoing thing for a little while, at least a good solid 5 years now. Um, but luckily, I have been noticing more and more people signing up for school and actually realizing, hey, this is a legitimate profession. Um, Nowadays, compared to before, a lot of people are like, man, barbers don't really make a lot of money. And that has been actually one of the main issues. Um, on this stream, I'm kind of going to talk about money a little bit, and if anyone's actually interested in getting into barbering, um, this may be a good stream for you. So, barbering can make really good money. It really can. It just depends on your cutting ability and how long you practice and how far you are into the actual industry itself. Most of which being your skill, your personable abilities to talk to people and stuff like that. So most people think, oh, barbers they probably make around 33,000 a year. Not really lying per se. Most barbers tend to get into the industry at the very beginning, and they're like, "Man, I'm going to make all this killer money." Not true at all. You got to build up a clientele, and usually that number's roughly around right. Um, Once you kind of surpass the 2 year mark, that's when you start getting into not really serious money, but more livable wage sort of deal. I mean, shoot, honestly, at the beginning of my career, I could have gone and worked at McDonald's and made probably twice as much. Well, not twice as much, about a third more than what I could make at the beginning. So I believe starting out, I made roughly 30, 20 to 30 if I was lucky. Um, However, now it's kind of getting around to the 40 to 60 roughly. And I know personally barbers that made a lot more than that, a tremendous amount more than that, especially in the Raleigh area. You'll be shocked how many people in the Raleigh area actually surpass 100K to 120K. Um, I don't want to disclose any barbershops, but it's pretty predominant ones up there. But yeah, um, as more numbers kind of come out about barbering in general, um, we see a lot more. We're seeing more of an influx of people. But I hear the running joke of barbers like there's a barber shop on every corner of the street. That's true. But the thing is, I believe I did the numbers recently, and for example, like Fuquay Arena, where I'm located, barbers you typically need around 1,500 people per bar. 1,500 people? Persons? I don't know. She's not paying attention. 1,500 people per barber. Now, in a town that is roughly around 50,000 people, you're looking at a. Oh, there it goes. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. This happens every now and again, trying to figure this out. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. I'm back. Sorry, trying to figure out the camera still. But typically, you know, you're looking at very much influx of people. Actually, that's a good question. How many barbers do we have in Fuquay Arena, North Carolina? I'm sure it's not going to tell us exact numbers. Okay, so right now, with the barbershops we currently have, in place. I don't believe this number is exactly correct either. With the barbershops we have in place currently, we have 7 barbershops. Do I fully believe that? Not really. For example, mine is a suite rather than a full out barbershop, if that makes sense. So I'm not technically on the ground floor, and technically I don't have employees, so I'm sure they're probably not counting me, but I think there's roughly around 14, if I'm not mistaken. I can see 7 big shops, but not not 7 in total. I think there's more than that. Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, right here is another number. Best 30 barbershops in Fuquay Varina. So there we go. There's a better number. I fully believe that actually. So what does that mean for us though, and the community that we have? So now we have a community of, like I said, 50,000 people. So let's say there's 4 barbers. I don't know. I don't know. Let's not even that. Let's do 3 barbers. Let's go with my prediction of 12. So 6, 36. So we have 36 barbers, like fully licensed barbers. Let's get the old calculator here and let's do that number, shall we? Because I can't do math. I still can't do math. I typed it backwards. Alright. So, we're looking at, with based off of the current prediction I have now, and I believe the number was 58,000 if I remember right. So there's still a need for roughly around 4 more barbers to be at the handling level. Now that's not when we get competitive and stuff like that. So we need roughly 4 more barbers to be competitive. So what does that mean for us? That means that probably there's at least there's a need for a good like 4 more shops here. Now this is just a town issue, right? If you look at the whole country as a barbering issue, then that's a lot of barbers overall. Per town, we're looking at thousands of barbers that need to be filled, need to be placed. Um, in my opinion, again, this is just my opinion. I view that trade jobs are not a bad thing. A lot of people are. A lot of people really put a hate on trade jobs, trade skills, and stuff like that. Working with your hands, doing stuff like that. And personally, you may work better on a computer. You may work better using your mind. I don't know, driving a truck. I guess that's a trade too. But anyways, what I'm actually getting around to is that there's a demand for trade. In my personal opinion, um, for example, my girlfriend, I'm sure she's okay with me telling the story just a little bit. She tried heating and air. She likes working with her hands, working with tools, working with everything like that, right? And I am a firm believer that, you know, if male or a woman, male or female, wants to go work in a trade, go for it. From the very beginning, when she was working with her hands, work doing heating and air and stuff like that, I told her, I said, probably she would be a good barber because she can talk to people, and going out there and heating an airfield and stuff like that, she was always getting too hot and stuff like this. I was like, man, you need an indoor job working with your hands. So I was like, why not just try barbering, right? Fun fact, if you go to these college pages, you can actually test and see where your score is at. First thing that popped up was barbering and policing, but either way. Cosmetology, barbering, heating and air, electrician, plumber, doesn't matter. In my opinion, it's all fantastic jobs. You can get paid really well. You're working with your hands, talking with the public, dealing with the public. I met some of the best people dealing with the public, and I'm sure she will too. Um, Plenty of unique characters, people I would have never met if I didn't do barbering. But I'll tell you what, like that is the one thing that I thoroughly enjoy barbering because the connections I've made, the people I talk to, and no stress at all. There's no stress actually getting going to work or like physically demanding or anything like that. Um, Obviously, trade jobs you're gonna be a little physically demand. You're gonna have some demand with your body and stuff like that. But anywho, what my main purpose of this stream today is, I know I kind of threw a lot out there just at the very beginning, but the main purpose of this stream is to kind of talk, get some content out there first off, and see if anyone has any questions. It's kind of like barbershop after hours, kind of sexy sounding, but anyways. So, if anyone is here from my barbershop and you want to ask any questions, honestly, I probably won't know your username unless it's your name. So I won't know who you are. But if you have any questions on how I cut hair, or maybe you're one of my clients wanting to get into barbering, or you're just curious on how I do something, feel free to ask. There's no wrong answer here. And yeah, let's see here. I told some of you guys this before, that if I take off my beard, this is the problem being on camera, right? You can actually see how you look, and you can physically see like the outline of everything, right? If I turn my head to the left pretty far, I can actually see like the outline of me looking like a turtle. It's terrifying, but yeah. Let me see here. Perfect. Well, let's get into barbering, right? Let's get some barbering 101 here. So, I'm currently kind of give you guys a basic little rundown. I believe I am 4 years roughly professionally. Now, am I a master barber? No. I don't. Honestly, there's some people that claim to be master barbers. There's some people that really claim to be master barbers. But in all honesty, I don't believe that anyone can really be a master barber. You might be able to master a certain hair type and maybe a certain hair texture, stuff like that, right? So you might be able to master Asian hair or something like that. Nothing, no stereotype or nothing like that. Most Asian hair is super straight, super thick. So what does that mean for barbering? You know, so Asian hair is very easy to pick up on lines. What do I mean by that? Right. So I want to draw you a goofy looking little face, right? I want to do this right here. There's a dude. Here we go. Perfect. Perfect, right? Here's here's Jeffrey, right? So this is Jeffrey's forehead, okay? Jeffrey's Asian. So all barbering is a representation of this right here, okay? This specifically is not going to make any sense to anyone else, at least off to start. That guy goes up, down, sideburn, up. This is so wrong. I can feel it. Perfect. So, this is Jeffrey. I want to do like a weird chin. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So, we see Jeffrey here. A little lopsided haircut. Let's pretend this is all even. I can't draw a full even half circle. Perfect. So, Jeffrey here, let's say it's 3 inches. Up, down. A barber's 3 inches, right, is like this. You see the rings of my finger right here. So you got 1, 2, 3, right, and vice versa. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, all right. So hear me out. Jeffrey is Asian, right? Straightest, straightest hair ever. So I'm gonna do a, let's say a low taper, right? Let's say a taper. Let's just say taper in general. So in my mind, how it works for me is that I'll take this right here. This will be a 0. It's gonna be a 0 right here, right? And 0 means that close guard. What? Can't comment? Hey, can you comment on my stream?
I don't know. I'll see you here in a second.
Bet. We're working on it. I see your text. Don't worry. I got you. Because that's a detrimental problem.
If I'm gonna have to go to the store again.
Why?
I need brown sugar.
Oh,
I would have had brown sugar, except the ants decided they wanted to get into it.
shoot. Okay. All right. So check the stream here, and let's see if we can get that going. Because I want people to comment and yeah, I want people to say some stuff. I'm not very loud. Oh no. Thank you. Sorry, it's gonna sound ridiculous here for a second.
Did it go through?
Okay. Yes, it did. I see it. Ow, 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 ow. Here we go. I'm gonna get as up close to you as I can, like I would in the barber shop. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Yeah, you see the microphone over here. That's a nice new microphone. Let's see. Uh, let me ask this question, y'all. So I see you texting me. How's that on your end. And you should be able to text now. So there should be, if you scroll down a little bit below my stream, there should be a live chat. Should. Hopefully. Oh, I got 4 people. I'm so proud of myself right now. You have no idea. This is ecstatic to me. I'm ecstatic. It should be working. Maybe. Yeah? Okay. Okay, so if you guys see my my camera go off, just yell at me. I'm suffering with technical difficulties. Yeah, there we go. Try that. Anywho, let me know if that works for you. And yeah, we'll go from here. So, Asian hair, right? Getting back on this. So, the problem, and not problem, it's just a very, very tough thing to deal with. You have to be very, very methodical on how you do an Asian haircut, whether that's a fade or anything. Because say you go right here, right? You're gonna start with a 0, right around the nape. The nape is right over here. I'm intentionally hiding the back of my neck because I don't want you to see my turtle head. So say this, right? You're gonna go up to this 3-inch mark right here. So the haircut for a taper, right, typically looks something like this. If you're just doing a taper, right? So what this is a 0, which would be nothing, right? No guard, no nothing, just straight skin. So this would be skin, 0, and probably go up to like a, I don't know, like a 4 guard. If I can recall from my memory bank. If I can recall from my memory bank here, that a number 4 is 1/2 inch. Now, it's going to be a horrible transition, but you can do it. So all the hair is going, see the back of my head right here, or right up in here. All this hair is not going to typically lay down to a 4, especially a half guard. Just doesn't matter who you are, where you are, doesn't matter. So what I typically like to do, this 4 area right up in here, I usually like to use thinning shears or something like that. However, with Asian hair, the fun begins with this, right? So a smooth transition would be exactly like this. However, say, I don't know, for some reason you mess up or something like that. You go right here and you go up. On any normal person, you might be able to get away with it, maybe. Not the smoothest haircut, it won't grow out as even. But typically a normal person and you yourself won't really notice it too much. However, on Asian hair, this is also true on Latino hair as well. And actually Indian, thicker hair types, right? So if they fall down, really? Give me 1 second here. Let me see. Give me 1 second here. Yeah. Let's see here. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Huh. Sorry, guys. I'm doing some technical work here in the background. Listen now. I am pretty loud, and that's okay. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Let's try that, maybe? No, not really. Okay. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Let me try to do one last little thing here. I know I'm pretty loud in person. Sorry, guys. Again, this is something I'm still working on here, so maybe I just have to be right up close to it. Like right up in your ear, you know? Oh man. Okay. Hey, how's that audio? Please. My girlfriend, she is helping me out right now, so you know, just a quick little shout out to her. Here we go. Okay, maybe I just have to speak up a little bit. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, good. Okay, maybe it's just me. I have to speak up just a little bit. Speak up the volume. I'm being quiet, apparently. Wait. Whatever. Okay, there we go. Oh, hi, 5 people. Holy cow. I got a lot of people in here. This is fantastic. Welcome to my TED Talk. How you guys doing? Doing good? I hope so. Yeah. 10-4. Sounds good. Okay. So we were just talking about doing tapers and stuff like that, right? I see we have 5 people in here. If you guys have any questions for me at all, how I do stuff, anything like that, that's your time to ask. Now, right now is like the perfect time. So, is your name me, or is that just coming across kind of weird on my screen? I think so. I'm not sure though. All right, so here's the thing about this, right? Let's see here. Oh gosh, I can't find it. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so like I said, I was on the subject of tapers. This goes the same for fades, right? Any sort of line like this. Now, probably if you're doing a fade, say all the way around here, right? Now, I'm going to kind of do this as an overall, you know, generalized way of doing a fade in general, right? So I have a lot of people, I do have people that come in and ask me, yo, Hunter, what is the difference between like a fade and a taper, right? Sweet. It's me talking up. No, I'm joking. I did some adjusting, so hopefully it's a little bit better. So I have a lot of people ask, what is the difference between a fade and a taper, right? And they're like, well, it should be the same thing. You're just fading out the haircut, right? So no, not true at all. So there's actually multiple different definitions of a fade, as well as multiple different definitions as a taper, right? So a taper is consisted of right around the neckline, right down here. So I'm kind of going to make a little light mark right here, right? A taper consists of right around a nape, the nape being right at where the hairline starts, right? And a taper also is from the top of the ear downward, right? So if you're taking a bald line to the top of the ear, that's when you start getting into fade territory. So the main difference between a fade and a taper is that the fade actually connects. And I'm sure you're kind of wondering, what does that mean, right? So the fade would usually stop for a taper, like right around here, right here, right? When you start going up and start connecting Jimmy's hair, so that right here, I know I'm messing up Jimmy's hair like crazy, so don't judge it too much. When you start going up from and start connecting the haircut from here, the temporal area, all the way down and around, that's when you start getting into a fade, right? So, what's the difference between a low fade, mid fade, and, high fade, right? Well, a high fade is consisted of right where the peak is, right up in here, or the bars, or whatever you want to call it, right? So, right around here would be a high. This will be a medium. And right where the ear and the oh my gosh, I can't remember what it's called. The tapering area right up in here, the sideburn area, whatever you want to call it. That'd be a low. So low, mid, high. So it's kind of barbering 101 here, right? Now all these are drop fades of some kind. It drops down the back, kind of does that. Anyways, I had a client yesterday, no, Friday, asked me what the difference is between all that. Now, little Jimmy here, like I said, Asian in some kind, right? If you jump between say a 1 and you do that jump between of a 1.5 to a 2, well, that 1 could be gapped a little differently. Your blade could be gapped a little differently. And once you start trying to connect that 1 to that 2, you could notice a little line. That's when you want to kind of go through a whole step-by-step process of actually fading and tapering. My personal opinion, that barbering is an art form of some kind, but if you can run numbers from 0 to, I don't know, 8 or so, you could do a whole haircut no matter what. You can connect it in, it doesn't really matter. It's just learning numbers and learning where to go and where not to go with a whole haircut. Anyways. Hello, Kason. What's going on, brother? Tell him I'm giving him a little shout out right now. And if he wants to put a link down in the description, I believe he had a YouTube channel if I'm not mistaken. Tell him he can. I don't mind at all. But yeah. So kind of reiterate what I started off with the video. That here's my dilemma, right? With barbering, there is a limited number of barbers comparative to people. And I did the statistics earlier that we're actually in a barbering shortage. This was the main subject of tonight's video. But comparative to here to Fuquay, everyone kind of always talks about, man, there's a barbershop on every corner. Well, guess what? There's going to be more. I guarantee you there's going to be more. I can at least foresee at least 4 more good barbershops in Fuquay. With the population growth and all that, I can definitely see the demand for it. I apologize, guys. This is kind of something I'm trying to work through with this little camera doing this. There we go. Perfect. There we go. I'm back. Hi. He's definitely welcome. He's definitely welcome. I just got the text right now. All right. All right, so hit me with some questions. If you guys got any questions or anything like that, let me know. Hope Cason's doing all right. Believe he was playing some VR if I remember right. Hope that's still going okay for him. I thought about doing a VR stream tonight. Um, Still couldn't quite figure out what's going on with my VR setup, but nonetheless, I do plan on getting something made and get something fully set up where you guys can watch me make a fool of myself. It's going to be fantastic. I know I'm kind of being quiet right now. I'm trying to plug in my phone. Stay. Dang it. Give me 1 second, guys. I know I'm fiddling with this phone right here, but this is my lifeline to talking with you guys right now. Fantastic. There we go. Perfect. Okay. But yeah, I do plan on seeing more barbershops coming in to the local area. Let alone we need a lot more across the country in general. I think we're missing. We did the calculate. I did the calculations on it earlier, and we at least need 4 more good barbers in the area, as well as 4 more shops. So we kind of need more barbers than there are people. That's just a general good statistic. So the max a normal barber can actually take, it's right around 13 to 1500 people per year. But that's a crazy statistic, I know. But yeah, how's it going? Pretty good. Going pretty good so far. Okay.
I just had to use my phone charger for something else, so I needed that. Get your phone charger.
Oh, I need to. I just read your message. My apologies. So yes, I need to do my quest. I was trying to get a horror game set up, and it's called The Backrooms. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's called Escape the Backrooms. Let me see here. Let's see. I'm pulling it up right now. No. It's Inside the Backrooms. If you want to see me just like straight up scream in terror and just see me crawling around on the floor, that's the game. That's the game. I honestly need to. I got this whole space behind me and I can do it. Terrified of it though. There we go. Inside the Backrooms. It is terrifying. Um, it's one of those things. He plays VR and all that, but it's one of those things. It sets you into that environment. So someone with me with pure ADHD greatness. I want to use another word, but I can't. Um, Someone that actually has that sensation, like where it's like completely encompassed in there, and you can hear things walking around, and you're just like terrified. Oh, it puts on a show for people. Honestly, I make more than some probably than my profession if I just played that full time. But yeah, yeah. Nonetheless, terrifying, right?
That's hilarious.
My girlfriend said it's hilarious. If you can't take her advice, no one will. She watches me full time. Play it. What's another one I should play? VR. I got someone. I don't know. If you can recommend me some good horror games that's compatible with VR, I will straight up download them tonight. And who knows? I may play some tomorrow.
There's one
Yeah?
that Denise recommended. It's another version of Into
Sorry,
the Backwoods because it
I'm
actually
listening.
has several versions.
It has several versions? I didn't know that. Okay. So,
So I think that's where your VR was messing up. Wasn't downloading the newest one.
hit me with some horror VR games, and I'll play them tomorrow. I will straight up after I get done with this stream, I will go and download it and play it. I will do it. Okay. So I want to see some games popping up in chat and let me know. Okay. But yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any others that might have been okay. I like playing Blade and Sorcery. That's a fun one. Kind of like Knights and stuff like that. Kind of Skyrim-ish sort of deal, but VR. Um, Pretty fun, but I don't think it'll be a good play. It's not that type of game that's interesting for someone else to watch. I don't know. Unless you dig it, I'm fine with playing it. But I want something where I kind of crawl on the floor, make a fool of myself, like I said. Kason said to play Scary Baboon. Scary Baboon. I'm looking it up now. Straight up, I will play it. I will play it. Let's see. Is it on VR? I mean, is it on Steam? Oh. Oh, that would help if I could spell. I'm a good barber. Never passed English. Let's see here. It has to be a. Yeah, let me know which game it's actually under, and I'll play it straight up. Like what? It must be a sub game of. It must be a sub game of some kind. But yeah, just let me know. Let me know, and I'll download it. Shoot me a message. Okay. Anyways, back to barbering. So I think I got a good another 30, 45 minutes in me. All right. So I got another good 30, 45 minutes in me, and we'll see kind of how long this can go for. So, oh man. Let's see here. Barbering. What's another thing? All right. All right. So this is for all the new barbers out there, right? Trying to get into the industry, thinking they can make a killing. That's kind of a subject I had before. Um, One of the things that I see people doing is there's nothing wrong with it. There's multiple streams of avenue. There's multiple uh, ways of making money in barbering, right? One of them is being an influencer. Another one is like I don't know, being a product person, someone pushing product on people, pomade stuff like that. Both of which I'm guilty of. So yeah, um, I'm just being straight up here. And then there are other ways of doing it, like a clipper manufacturer, bag manufacturer. There's so many different ways of making money in the barbering industry. A lot of people think it's just barbering, right? Sorry, I apologize. I have another gentleman, I have another guy texting me. Perfect. Okay, sorry. I know you kind of see my forehead popping over the microphone there. So there's so many different routes. Like what people don't understand, there's so many different routes you can take in barbering. You can go into manufacturing side, product manufacturing. You can go into like I said, clipper manufacturing, shear manufacturing, cape manufacturing, designing. Um, it's kind of crazy, actually, where how much actually barbers can make. Um, as I talked about earlier, just behind a chair cutting hair, usually the pay range is in between 30 to 60 to 70, depending on how long you had experience for, how quick you can get out haircuts. Um, it just depends on quality control and how much money you can actually make. Um, Interestingly, up in Raleigh, I have a couple friends up in Raleigh that make over 120K cutting hair. To me, is that a little crazy? I think so. I don't feel that a haircut should be over, definitely not over $100, let alone like 60 or 40. Like 40 is about the range that is starting to become like, okay, is this really worth it, guys? Average guy can't really afford a $40 haircut. But I know plenty of guys right around the 20 to $40 range making over, like I said, 30 to 60K a year. Um, do I think that you should expect that when you first get out of school? No. No, 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 no. I remember my first year actually getting out of school, and my other job doing heating and air work paid for, sometimes paid for my booth rent and stuff like that starting out, which was only $125 per week. Per week. So 500 at the end of the month. So the first year, I remember there was kind of a point where I was struggling. Not that I was going to go under or anything like that, but I was like, man, is this really worth it? And to all the guys kind of getting into barbering, thinking about, okay, man, is this worth it? I'll tell you what, like, if you stick with it, eventually it will be worth it. Eventually it will be worth it. It's just a matter of your own, your own, well, how can I word this? What you put into barbering is what you get out of it, right? So I know my boy over there, Kaysen and all that, right? And his dad, I know for a fact, like, I get them right. I try my best to, no matter what, each and every time, right? Consistency is key, and I know at the very beginning of my professional barbering career, even at the very beginning when I first started barbering on the side, um, probably nowhere near where I'm at now. But I remember like staying up at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, watching videos on how to do fades, high fades, medium fades, skin fades, bald fades, whatever you call it, fringes, comb overs, whatever. Like, I was all about it. I put in that extra effort to try my best to learn how to get like a line out as best as I can. Um, or, going through how can I get hair to mesh with hair on the side and stuff like that. There's a lot more that goes into barbering. If like there's a lot more that actually goes into barbering at the very beginning. Like, you think, okay, you go to school, you learn how to haircut, you learn how to do haircuts and stuff like that. You don't. You don't learn how to actually do haircuts in school. You learn how to pass a test. Once you actually get out on your own, if you don't have that prior knowledge of how to actually cut hair, you're going to learn it either one at the barbershop or two by yourself or three, like I said, you had that prior knowledge. You put in what you get out, if that makes sense. That's why, you know, not bragging or anything like that. That's why I had that that clientele now. You know, matter of fact, I've like I said, my girlfriend. She'll be in the same boat as I was 4 years ago. She'll be learning. No, 5 years ago. She'll be learning how to cut hair, just doing the basics and stuff like that. But once she steps out of the barber school, that's when the real test actually begins, where she actually learns how to cut hair. Is through me and through clients and you know through self learning and stuff like that too. Anyways, that's kind of a rant. That's kind of going down a little bit of a rabbit hole for me, but pretty much what I'm getting at is if you're looking at doing barbering, I fully support it 100%. Just know what effort you actually have to put into it. That's the main thing. But yeah. Oh, there goes my pin. There goes my lovely pin. But yeah, any questions, anything like that? I'm doing good tonight. Sorry, I meant to answer this earlier. I'm doing good tonight. Frankly, pretty tired. Haven't really done anything today. It was kind of a lazy day for me. Um, yeah, nothing too crazy to be honest with you. Kind of happy about it. It's one of those days that, like, comparative to when I'm at the shop, I love being at the shop, but I have to have that relaxing time, every now and again, just strictly, absolutely doing nothing at all. That's what I am. That's what I'm doing today. Is nothing at all. I lied. No. I lied. I fed my lizard and gave her a bath. I'm sure you guys kind of want to. Do you guys want to see my lizard? Jub the bearded dragon. I'll show her to you. Okay. All right. Show you guys Jub. Hang on. I'll pick you guys up. All right. Don't judge. Don't judge my living room. Don't judge my living room. Look at her. Look at her, guys. Isn't she just adorable? Don't judge the cage. I gotta clean it. But look, isn't she adorable? I should do a lot. You know what? Hang on. Nah, I'll do you one even better. All right. I'll do you guys one even better. I've told so many clients. I've told so many clients about this that she just sits on my shoulder and doesn't do anything. Let's see how long this holds true. I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday, by the way. Hang on, let me grab her. Don't judge it. Hang on. That's right. I'm a nerd. Look at my Star Wars action figures back there. Okay. All right. Look. Look. You're going to see her run off here in a second because she always does this. I want to try to do this as long as I can without her moving too much. There we go. Perfect. Now, if she craps on my shirt, don't judge it too much either. Wouldn't this be fantastic, huh? Having a little bearded dragon on my shoulder, cutting some hair, stuff like that, right? I can see it. Well, that'd be cool. Tell Kason this would be awesome, huh? Watching, like, me over there cutting some hair like this, combing it down and stuff like that. Little bearded dragon chilling right here. What I'm doing right now, I'm looking up at the screen because I can see her and she's looking like she's about to bite me. But yeah. Oh. This is one of them. And yes, she does just chill here like this. 90% of the time. But yeah, alright. But yeah, barbering. Barbering is a good thing. I find it fun. It's enjoyable. It's a great profession, honestly. I told many of my clients this, that I am actually introverted a little bit. Was a lot worse before barbering, horribly worse. I couldn't talk to anyone. But now, I can kind of approach people and stuff like that, and I feel that that is a good change. What are you doing, Jub Jub? What are you doing? What are you doing? I see that craziness. Yep, there she goes. Here, look at her. She's like, I'm gonna run. It's all right. She's chilling. I'll put her back now before she commits Sabuku. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Oh. But yeah, I was horribly introverted before this. Um, couldn't talk to anyone. Just, I still struggle with it every now and again, like new people, Kason and all that. I'm definitely okay with talking to him. He's cool. He's cool as all get out. One of my like, all my clients, like I really like them as friends, but like, there's different levels in a way. Don't judge me too much, okay? But like, Cason's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I like talking to him. I talk to him about I talk to my friends about him and stuff like that, and tell him like he always has something funny to say or something, something amazing. He's always hysterical coming into the shop. But yeah. Anyways, with someone like him, I would be nervous talking to him before barbering, right? Well, if I wasn't barbering, I wouldn't talk to him anyways. But nonetheless, um, playing my clients, I wouldn't even approach if I didn't do barbering beforehand. Um, Someone else shot me a text. My apologies. But yeah, nowadays I can go for a solid like 8 or 9 hours talking to people straight. Usually one person I've noticed that I can kind of keep a conversation with roughly around an hour and a half, and that kind of seems to be like the burnout time, if that makes sense. A little difficult to kind of keep a conversation going after that, but comparative to before, where it was like 15 minutes, yeah, I'm doing fantastic. Nowadays, though, after I'm done throughout the day, I'm sure everyone else kind of gets like this too. I think kind of had that relaxation time where I'm just having to charge up my battery again. But once I'm done, ready to rock and roll the next day. Like today, just fully doing nothing. Enjoyed some Australian food, which was fantastic, by the way. Sheila's Australian Cafe. I don't make any money telling you guys this, but it's really good. The French fries are fantastic. But yeah, so check them out. But yeah, today is nothing crazy. It's just a nice, relaxing day where I can just vibe and do nothing at all. Oh, Jack, what are you doing? Jack, fantastic. Let's see here. Do what? Okay. Well, I do have some plans. So this is another subject I was wanting to talk about while I'm on live stream and doing stuff like that. And wow, keeping a consistent 4 viewers. Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. Um, for my channel and all that, I'm wanting to kind of change things up a little bit. I want to keep stuff going, and it's taken me a while to do my first official live stream. And there's still a little bit of bugs to work out. Obviously, you guys seen the camera go down every now and again. But we're getting there. We're working on it, and I think it'll work out pretty okay. What my plan is for this channel is to keep kind of everything, keep some gaming stuff on here, do some car videos, and do some more live streams like this. I would like to make it more entertaining somehow. So if you guys can figure out how to, what you guys may like to see, please let me know. Please let me know. I do plan on doing this at least once a week. At least. That's kind of my goal. Don't hold me to it because apparently I can't hold to goals that well. But, yeah. So, the reason I'm kind of doing this tonight, actually, is because one of my clients sadly passed away about 2 days ago, if I remember right. I think it was on the 8th, the 7th or the 8th. He passed away. Haven't seen him for a little bit. He's been jumping around barbershops in general. Great guy. Gone way, 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 way too young. He's 21. I'm not going to say any names or anything like that. I will say an age. But I do want to start doing this more because I realized that I can be taken any day. And, shoot, what do I have to lose, really? I got a camera. I got a microphone. I got you guys. You know, I got plenty of stuff going on. You know. But since he passed away, it kind of made me realize that I've been a little lazy at doing my live streams, doing my videos and stuff like that, and I could be putting forth more effort than I am. So now I'm going to start shooting more towards doing videos like this, kind of creating fun content, and just trying to be better all around. I take things a little bit more seriously. So that's including my actual barbershop and stuff like that too. There will be changes made, and I think for the better. But yeah. So that's kind of. I'm not going to get too deep into the guy that passed away, but it's a relatively easier search. And if any of the family or friends are watching of the person that passed away, I truly am sorry. He was a great guy, and he deserved to still be around. Let's go with that. But yeah, all right. Off that depressing subject, I don't know where this live stream was fully going, but I wanted to kind of get on here and talk to you guys about some stuff and enjoy some guys' company, people's company, friends' company. So yeah, I will have more of a subject matter here soon. I will look into that gorilla. What was it? What was the game called? Let me see here. I just had it. Where is it? Scary Baboon game. I will look more into it. I promise. And yeah, you guys will see me probably screaming and crawling on the floor. So, all right. That's where I probably will call it. It's a little early. I'm glad you guys tuned in, and thank you so much for watching my stream. I will talk to you guys later, and have a good rest of your night.